Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another episode of Sea Salt Snippets, a 20th anniversary edition, as we have a few different cool things to do to talk about in regards to Kingdom Hearts and its 20th anniversary that is happening as of right now. Kingdom Hearts, as of today, has turned 20 years old, an incredible milestone. Sea Salt Snippets is where we talk about 3 smaller pieces of Kingdom Hearts news, so without further ado, let's get into the juiciness. It was revealed today that Bandai are going to be creating a Kingdom Hearts Tamogotchi. This really did take me by surprise, but ultimately does make sense, as Bandai actually produce a lot of different Kingdom Hearts merch. You guys might be aware of the Proplica Keyblade, which is part of Bandai's Proplica weapon line, where they make authentic, accurate one-to-one with the dimensions and the designs of sort of different video game weapons, known as the Proplica series. Without a doubt, Bandai's coolest piece of Kingdom Hearts merch, but they've made a lot of other cool stuff for Kingdom Hearts in the past before. Tamogotchi is like ultra nostalgic, and I'm sure to most of you guys it is too. Growing up as a kid, I had a countless amount of these things. Unfortunately, I lost them all, but I still to this day own a Tamagotchi. This is the Digimon one. I believe this was released for the 20th anniversary of the Digimon series. So really cool to know that Kingdom Hearts is going to be receiving its own Tamagotchis come this October. There are 2 different versions of the Tamagotchi. There is going to be a light edition and a dark edition, because of course there is. The Tamagotchi is going to feature 20 different characters that you'll be able to randomly unlock as, of course, you play with the Tamagotchi. Feeding the characters sea salt ice cream, which is absolutely on brand. And also apparently there's a chance that certain different Heartless, a variety of which, can appear and you can use your character to defeat them. It also looks like there's going to be treasures and all sorts of cool different other things that you can unlock. It looks like the Mushroom Heartless is going to appear on top of the enemies too. There will be a variety of Heartless, but it also looks like Nobodies as well as Unversed will be in here as well. On top of the sea salt ice cream, we've also got other feedable items like the Power Poo fruit, which is really cool. And apparently it is explained that depending on what edition of the Tamagotchi that you get, you'll start with a different character. So the light version will start off with Kairi, and the dark version will start off with Sora. Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora to be exact. In the sense of the evolution, Sora can actually evolve into his Kingdom Hearts 2 version or into his Kingdom Hearts 3 version, and it can even go into his different world-specific outfits, like the Halloween Town Sora, Pirate Sora, Tron Sora, Lion Sora. This is really cool, really cool. I honestly didn't really expect we'd ever get a Kingdom Hearts Tamagotchi. But here we are. Maybe with the idea of having like Dream Eaters or something, but to actually have the Kingdom Hearts characters in here, even like Donald and Goofy, Riku, as well as Axel, Xion, and some unannounced ones will be in here as well. There's just silhouettes right here, but we can see it's probably going to contain like either Roxas or Ventus, maybe even Xehanort, judging by this silhouette, Mickey. It looks like there's going to be some kind of arena mode, as we do see a small image of the outside of the Olympus Coliseum, which is really cool. That shining gem image might possibly mean that there is synthesis of some kind. For the combat side of things, it might be that we have magic in this game, only because this little image of the teapot and the chair with the sparkles really does remind me of Merlin's magic training from Kingdom Hearts 1 in Traverse Town. I also absolutely love so much how one of the Kingdom Hearts 1 forms is the Shadow Heartless, as of course in Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora does turn into a Shadow Heartless. Can't help but wonder if you don't end up feeding Sora, does he turn into a Heartless? I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, a whole wide variety of characters you'll be able to unlock in your Kingdom Hearts Tamagotchi. I personally have already pre-ordered mine. I pre-ordered it through Taikuji, which I'm going to leave in the description down below if this interests you guys. But if you do live in the US, you are actually able to pre-order it directly through Bandai's online store. Next up, Tetsuya Nomura has released a special message along with a work-in-progress artwork to commemorate the 20th anniversary. He generally always does this for specific Kingdom Hearts milestones, and the 20th anniversary is no exception. In his message, he did mention that unfortunately he doesn't have anything to release today for the 20th anniversary, and that his artwork is still a work in progress. Apparently it only started yesterday. He is currently unsure as to whether or not the artwork will be finished by April 10th, but because of the fact that he only started yesterday, and judging by this work in progress piece right here, it looks like he's making pretty quick progress, so I would say we'll see the full thing before the April 10th event. But the artwork looks really cool, featuring two Soras right here. The first one is holding up one with, of course, his finger, and from the looks of the second Sora, which looks like an older Sora, it looks like he's holding up two. The pen is kind of covering Sora's fingers. All of that, I believe, is intentional because there's also some blurring going on to hide some of the artwork, to keep it a surprise for when the full piece is complete. But I would say it's going to feature 3 different Soras that will all be holding up different, numbers on his fingers to represent what version of Sora that is. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora, and then to the left of Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, where that ruler is, I would say number 3 Sora will be sitting there. We've also got some other characters though too. We've got the Xehanauts down the bottom, and then to the right we have 2 characters, one looking like Luxord and the other one possibly maybe Yozora, but because of the fact that it looks like the Seekers of Darkness are sort of positioned around the bottom, I want to say that that's likely to be Marluxia. It's hard to kind of make out because it is blurred. It would make sense either to be Marluxia because of the Seekers down there, or of course Yozora, only because of course we know that Yozora is friends with Luxord. Luxord comes from Quadratum. This was revealed to us in the secret episode, so that would make sense. The characters up the top though would then lead me to believe that those characters would probably be the Guardians of Light if the Seekers are down the bottom. But super cool, I'm really looking forward to seeing the artwork in its entirety. And last up for today, Final Fantasy has commemorated the 20th anniversary, just as Kingdom Hearts in the past has commemorated anniversaries for Final Fantasy 7. We got one earlier this year. We're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Final Fantasy 7, with of course Sora standing in Scarlet Kylum, replicating that famous Cloud stance with holding the Keyblade over his back. Cloud right here is doing the Kingdom Hearts 1 box art stance, replicating the box art of him standing on a pillar with a heart-shaped moon in the background, holding out his Buster Sword, just as Sora held out his Keyblade on that front cover of Kingdom Hearts 1. Here is the Japanese copy of Kingdom Hearts 1. What's interesting is it uses a black and white color scheme instead of the colored blue color scheme for the global version. But yes, very cool. It's cool to see that Final Fantasy is returning the favor, because also back in 2017, Kingdom Hearts also celebrated the 20th anniversary for Final Fantasy VII. So Kingdom Hearts has done a lot to celebrate certain Final Fantasy VII events. It's really nice to see that they're returning the favor for Kingdom Hearts. I thought I'd also mention too that Sora Sakurai, the director for the Super Smash Bros. Series, ended up commemorating the 20th anniversary too by releasing a screenshot of Sora within Smash Ultimate, replicating the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts' Chain of Memories. It was an absolute joy waking up today and seeing everyone dribbling, foaming, and screaming about Kingdom Hearts. Whether it just be the normal folk here in the community, or of course other people that are part of other development studios and voice actors and whatnot, you can really tell that the Kingdom Hearts love is in the air. However guys, those are the small little pieces of cool stuff that came out for Kingdom Hearts for today, for the 20th anniversary. As I have mentioned, I will be keeping you guys informed as to all of the other things that come out as the days go by. I'm sure that leading up to the 10th anniversary event, there'll probably be some more other smaller stuff that sort of pops out into the wild, so I'll make sure to keep you guys informed. However dudes, I'm Cynical, hopefully having a fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.